So we got more updates on the Carmelo Anthony situation, but this time I believe it's the father. Yeah, Austin Metcalf's dad. I mean, we're not surprised. He went on live. We gonna see everything, but he went on live being racist, saying crazy shit. Figured out he cool with the judge and the DA. I feel like they need to appeal whatever they got going on, but I'm gonna do less talking so we can watch the video. So like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's get to the business.
This Carmelo Anthony situation just took a turn for the worst. Austin Metcalf daddy just went on a full-blown KKK white supremacist rant. It was terrible. Crazy. Now, the reason why he did it, we'll discuss it in this video. Now, a lot of people, including some black folks, are saying, bro, I can't really blame him, Flacco. I don't know. We'll discuss if y'all think his rant is justified, but what exactly sparked the rant? Well, it was Carmelo Anthony parents doing their press run, speaking up for Carmelo and what they believe is an injustice that took place.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
Take us inside that courtroom. What stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me, number one, was the all-white jury. But I was trying to be, like, all right, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, the truth is on our side.
At the sentencing hearing, the defense called only one witness on Anthony's behalf, his mother, Kayla Hayes. What did you tell the jury?
To have mercy on my son.
What do you say to his grieving family?
It's unfortunate to where nobody wins. We've all been hurt by this. Everybody.
That poor boy is fixing to experience a life that I would not wish upon anyone.
Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff, called Anthony's sentencing.
Hold on. Is this face cricket or something? I'm tripping, y'all? No? His face cricket, right? Or I'm tripping. You know what, my fault. Let me just get back to the video.
Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff, called Anthony's sentencing bittersweet.
What it boils down to for me is this. Austin will never walk through that door again and never give me a hug.
The case drew...
You know, the crazy thing about it is, what I've been hearing, they didn't even like him. The two sons didn't even like the daddy. The mom was a single mother. They said the dad never really came around like that. I don't know if they had like split custody or whatever, so they went to the dad house sometimes or whatever the case may be. But he wasn't really around. They beat him up. So for that, the fact that he's acting like, oh, my son's never to come home and give me a hug. He wasn't alive getting you a hug. And I'm not even trying to sound like that, but he wasn't alive getting you a hug. What you mean he can't walk through this door and give you a hug? Who you lying to? Who you fronting for? And I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. I can't unsee it.
What it boils.
His face is crooked, like he leaned too much on his shoulder, so everything just pushed to this side. I don't know. Am I tripping, y'all? I can't unsee it. It's like something just squished his face right here, and everything just got pushed to this side. I don't know.
What it boils down to for me is this.
God damn.
Austin will never walk through that door again and never give me a hug.
The case drew national attention, prompting protests in support of both teens. And both families involved say they've received threats.
This morning, I've had multiple emails, texts, threatening me, calling me all sorts of names.
During our interview, the Anthonys made a point to call back one man they say continues to dox them.
Why you calling me, man?
To make fun of you.
That interview pissed off a lot of people. Now, I know there's like a section of the internet who don't like black people, right? Anything black makes them pissed off. There's not a thing a black person can do that'll make them happy. But this interview pissed off, like it got more backlash than I anticipated. Now, people were really, really, really angry at this because they felt like the family was playing a race card. Now, you can say they playing a race card, but it's for good reasons. They're not lying. I don't think a 17, 18, 19-year-old black boy who's on trial for stabbing a white kid should have to face an all-white jury, bro. I'm straight. This is not me endorsing everything Carmelo Anthony did.
Yeah.
But it's unfair. Y'all know what y'all was doing.
Facts.
Especially into consideration that there were 3 black educators available for the jury pool. 3. They disqualify all of them because they claim this took place at a school. Why would this taking place at a school disqualify 3 educators who are black? Wouldn't that make them more qualified
I would think
to
so.
really judge this situation and assess this? I'm so confused. So yeah, I do believe that Carmelo Anthony was dealt a bad hand.
Yeah, it most definitely was. And I don't know if this would have to be like a unanimous decision as far as everybody got to vote yes or no and come to an agreement. I don't know if it was a split decision or whatever. And it sounds like to me it had to be unanimous. So that's why they said, oh, no, we're not going to put y'all on this. Because y'all going to fuck around and make us do this shit and deliberate all day. And in 3 months down the road, we going to keep doing the same thing over and over because we don't want to come to agreement. So they just made this shit quick and happy. Like, hey, in and out type of situation. Literally, this, to me, I don't want to say it like that, but this seems like one of the fastest cases I've ever seen in my life. Literally, it seems like, I think I covered the first video, I think on a Thursday, Friday, if I'm not mistaken. That Monday, they sentenced him already. I said, what the fuck? I thought this was gonna take at least weeks, a month. We're gonna have to review all the witnesses and all the evidence, and we're gonna try to cross-analyze stuff, blah, 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 blah. They said, nah, we straight. We just gonna hurry up and just throw that nigga in jail. So, obviously, them picking the jury that they did, obviously, was for whatever reason they wanted, the outcome they wanted, which was this. So, I'm not surprised.
Now, I don't care they bringing up some minorities was on the jury. Man, listen, man, a 60-year-old Asian woman has to say, is white, bruh. She's white. In this situation, a 60-year-old Asian woman deciding the fate of a black man might as well be white.
You already know they don't like us, so... She's white. Come on.
A 50, 60-year-old, like Middle Eastern with a hijab might as well be white.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They got the same principles, right? They're probably just as conservative as the other people on that panel. It took 3 hours to decide this kid's fate in this case. That was really gray area 50-50.
Facts.
And that's why the parents felt like, the jury had their mind made up right when they sat down.
Facts.
But because they came forward and put this out there while also being silent during the trial, so they were silent during this entire situation. After the verdict, they're now speaking out, and people feel like them playing a race card or bringing up race is dividing people, is contributing to, I guess, the riots and the race wars going on online, and they feel like they're raising the temperature instead of cooling it down.
Well, Anthony's family is also talking tonight. They believe the trial was unfair from the start. They do plan to appeal. Our Ken Molestina to continue now our team coverage.
A day after the trial, Carmelo Anthony's parents, Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes, sat down to break their silence and to let the world know how they're feeling as their son begins his 35-year sentence for murder. Despite what a jury found, his parents dispute their son ever wanted to kill Austin Metcalf.
My son is no murder. My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself. And that's what hurt so bad.
His mother recounts the moment she addressed the jury and made her plea to them during the sentencing phase.
To have mercy on my son. That's what I told the jury. I know they had their minds made up already, so really wasn't much I could say to change their mind.
Both parents fighting back emotions and tears as they described what they believe was a flawed trial.
We were delusional. We thought we was going to get a fair shake.
They claimed there were inconsistencies from the get-go, despite witnesses who took an oath vowing to tell the truth.
Everyone actually lied on the stand.
Everyone.
All of the witnesses' statements were inconsistent. All of them.
I'm not really interested in relitigating this. The trial happened. But if I was in their shoes and I sat in trial for about a week and I sat there and I went through a case and I believe my son wasn't given a fair chance, right? He wasn't dealt a fair shake. Well, I'm causing hell too. I don't give a damn about raising the temperature or lowering the temperature. I don't give a damn. I'm trying to get my son free. My son doing 35 years for something that I believe he's innocent of from their perspective. However, Austin Metcalf father, he took great offense to Carmelo Anthony parents doing his interviews and bringing up race. He took such offense that he turned racist overnight. Now, Austin Metcalf daddy,
I don't think you can do that. I feel like you can probably try to hide it, but you know what you is. You can't just change overnight. You can't just, you feel me? You can't just be gay overnight. Like, it's probably brewing in your head. You're like, I might be a little bit, you know? So he probably been racist, but just been trying to hide this shit, you know? Now it's coming out because he's like, oh, it's justified. I can say what I need to say now.
I believe he's like a lifelong liberal, a lifelong Democrat. He, for the most part, was pushing for, let's not make race a part of this. You know, don't blame all black people for this. He was anti-people saying, oh, they're chimps. So he, for the most part, was like, you know, like liberal-minded when it came to race issues. That has flipped overnight. This brother has gone full KKK mode on us, man.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS should come check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further.
In order for you to say they're complicit in widening the gap further, you would have to believe they're being dishonest and they don't believe their son was done a bad hand. And I don't think you could say with good conscience that Carmelo Anthony parents sat in court and they believe their son is guilty and they're out here lying on his behalf. I don't think so. I do believe they look at that jury and they said, damn, like not one black person in that jury, not one person who can identify with Carmelo, not one person who can identify with what was going through Carmelo's mind in that instance, not one person who understands what it feels like to be black in America, not one. Not one? I thought this was a jury of his peers. You put him in front of 50 and 60-year-olds, white, like 95% white, and then like, you know, a few Asians and Middle Easterns who were all like 60 plus years old. What did you expect to happen? So I don't feel like you can say with good conscience that like Carmelo Anthony parents, you know, were playing a race card on purpose. No, they really believe this. And I don't feel like that should be anything that people should be upset about. Nor do I think there should have been an attempt for Austin Metcalf family or Carmelo Anthony family to try to come together. Like, why are you coming together? Like y'all have directly opposing missions. Y'all want Carmelo Anthony to get sent to jail for life for the murder of Austin Metcalf. They want Carmelo Anthony to get free because they believe it was not murder and it was self-defense. Y'all have nothing to talk about at all.
You hire a convicted baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about Minister you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. The display of adults on the internet. If your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it.
But here's the problem with that. Not making it about race hurts Carmelo and only benefits Austin Metcalf's family, right? Like, obviously, this situation was about race. This situation was divided across racial lines. Clearly, it's the obvious here. If Carmelo Anthony was white, do we believe that Carmelo Anthony is currently doing 35 years for what took place under that tent?
No.
We're not saying Carmelo Anthony is absolved of any accountability, because I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Like, if I was on that jury pool, I'm probably giving him about 5 years, about 5 to 10 years. All right, he come out on, a manslaughter charge. It's not crazy to say that if Carmelo Anthony was white, they would probably give him the benefit of the doubt of fearing for his life in that moment. If the roles were reversed, Carmelo Anthony was a 5'6", 130-pound white kid. Austin Metcalf was a 6'2", 215-pound black linebacker. They would have probably said, you know what, that white kid feared for his life. He feared for great bodily harm. Mm-hmm. He did not intend to kill the black linebacker when he stabbed him in his chest. And and to me, that's the language right there. Intent to kill. I don't feel like Carmelo Anthony's intent was to kill that boy. I just don't think so at all. Now, the father go from speaking, hey, bro, let's come together. This is not about race. The father go from speaking, in that terms to going full-blown racist like a minute later.
And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong. We got a lot of people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys...
Never mind. I wouldn't say. I thought he said he was a Christian. He cussing a lot for a Christian, but to each his own.
You got a patent on that. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for everything else. I'm going to tell you right now. Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing.
What that mean?
Drew Anthony, you're a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
Whoa, hold on now. What does that mean? Hold on. Whoa, what does that mean? Microaggression 1. Now, this is the Christian we're talking. This is the Christian. This is Mr. It's not about race. Now, he get right to the microaggressions. You know why? Because it's always been sitting on his chest.
Yeah.
Now, you could somehow someone be empathetic if you want to be. I'm not in a mood to be empathetic or sympathetic, but you could be somewhat empathetic right now and say, you know what, he lost his son. There's a race war currently going on, online. He has to go online and essentially see that one side, which is, like the pro-black BLM, they are pro-Carmelo, they want Carmelo free. And the alt-right, who use terms like black, like a black fatigue, they're the ones who are advocating for his son. He picked a side with the alt-right. Cool. Now, there's no excuse for it, right? I think that's still detestable. I don't think there's words enough to make you racist. Listen, no amount of white hatred towards me can make me racist. I just don't have it in me. I just don't hate anybody, right? I'm not going to sit here and throw microaggression towards white people. I'm just not, right? But look at what he's doing. Now, he even continues and use words like black fatigue which again, we all know black fatigue is something that white supremacists and the alt-right created. He claims that black fatigue is real. Even going further to call Carmelo Anthony a watermelon felon. This dude went on a full-blown KKK rant.
You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike?
That was so ass. He was trying to sit here this whole time during his rant trying to think of something so good. Like, ooh, let me think of a nickname for him to call him. He came up with that bullshit. Give it up, buddy. I don't think you're good at being racist or making up racist slurs. Like, you're not good at it. Because, like, there's some, I don't want to say it like that, but, there's some people that be racist and they slurs be like, damn, that was kind of crazy. I don't know how you came up with that. It was kind of good. Or like, damn, that was kind of funny. Watermelon felon. Yeah, let me think one. Come on, bro. We give it up, bro. We know you're racist. You're trying to be racist. You're probably trying to get support from the white supremacist people because you want to give your give cent goals or whatever the hell it's called so they can help donate to your cause. But we not buying this shit, nigga. You been racist. Shut the fuck up.
Like, yeah. I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night because he's going to have many nights to think about what the he did. I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate and the anger.
Boy, stop
How
it.
poetic justice is served. You just threw a big softball and knocked it out of the park. Thank you for making it so easy for me. So you can live with your lie if you want to, but my truth is forever. Just like the fact your son is a convict and a killer. Forever. Forever is a long time. What's your master plan, Mr. Anthony? To use your son as income?
Some people are empathetic. I'm not in the mood to be empathetic or sympathetic. I understand you lost your son. There's no reason to be hateful, right? Like, there's no reason to stoop to this level, right? Now, some people are saying, he got pushed to the edge. I mean, he lost his son. What do you expect, bruh? Like, he is being pushed in the corner to do these things. I don't think he's being pushed in any corner. I do think you do have an option, right? You do have full control as a grown man not to be racist. Right, you could have very well articulated your points. You could have very well called them a grifter and other things without going down this route. And once you go down this route, you can't really come back from this route, right? Because once we see you as a white man as this, once we see you as a racist, it's really hard for, like, he lost to me a lot of sympathy. He lost a lot of sympathy for his family with this move, man. Because even the people like myself who are probably kind of like, you know what, bro, like, I kind of see it both ways. Like, Carmelo, bro, son, you did too much, man. Like, I understand they put their hands on you first, man. Right? You could have probably, like, I don't know, man, like, swipe at him or something, man. You feel me? Like, swipe the knife at his cheeks or something, like, bah. But don't, like, son, like, you overdid it, right? I would have voted manslaughter, 5 years in jail. I wouldn't, like, first degree murder is OD. But even people like myself, once you do this, you kind of take away all support. Like you lose like any level of empathy and sympathy I have for you. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to say I'm in my feelings about this, but it's fucked up. Somebody lost their life, and then a black kid went to jail. Even though, from what we've known as far as the white kid was picking on the black kid, bullying him, and there's all this racism shit that they claim is not going on, but yet y'all railroaded that little boy and gave him 35. You feel me? So it's just like I don't think we can really show any sympathy because y'all ain't show no sympathy. You feel me? Like, I get y'all lost y'all son. Cool, I get that. But at the same time, too, like, if the people that was actually in the jury, whoever the judge was, the DA was, the prosecutor, whoever, was just like, okay, let's just look at the facts and not make this a race thing. Then we could have had a better discussion about all of this. But now it's just like, y'all got, to me, it feel like y'all try to get y'all get back. And it worked. The law on y'all side, so it worked, I guess, anyway. But it's crazy. I don't know what to say. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. It's been your boy. Until next time.